How are you feeling about like the especially like I guess the core timeline as far as like what is in the main story, what's going on? Because I don't know, bro. Like I need to start seeing some people do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not you're not getting a whole lot of episodes, so they gotta start doing something.
Yeah, I just feel like kind of in Loki season 2, we got this little thing where it felt a little weird initially.
Hmm.
Um, and for this episode, I definitely like the episode 1 better, but it just had like cool things and like a different spin on it. The whole interrogation and gave like a different mood than episode 1, you know? So
Hmm.
it's just interesting to see maybe we'll get different type of episodes going forward, and especially I really like the idea that Loki was like, I'm a villain.
Hmm.
Like I it really made me say like, dang, maybe we're watching like a totally different show than we expect, you know? Because Loki did originally kind of feel like, oh, I gotta fix the timeline, we gotta save all these people, like a good guy, and then like all of a sudden in this episode, this dude is kind of like, no, I'm a bad guy, but I'm gonna just do whatever I want to get my way. You know what I mean? And I thought that was really cool. So the initial timelines that we're seeing, they're fine for now. But I think the meat and potatoes is coming like next episode.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I think that the whole villain thing, it was just like that don't even matter no more to me. Like it was more of a slide to get under his skin, but I also like the fact like I never saw it as like, oh, like he's about to tap into his old ways. Like ever since like Loki this series came out, or really I guess since, was it Ragnarok? I think it was Ragnarok, right? Where like Loki initially started to turn around, but because this is the variant of Loki, like he stepped away from that point, so he never really had that character development. But I feel like as far as like overall like Loki the character, um, I never really looked at him like as like just a real villain. Like I always look at him as like an anti-hero type thing. Like he's gonna do his own thing, but he has like good intentions most of the time.
Yeah,
You
and I feel
know.
like this episode, like a lot of it, we kind of separated from like the good intentions. Like,
Hmm.
for example, him using those powers and that shadow magic. It made me say like, yeah, this dude is really strong and powerful, but he's kind of been running around like an anti-hero
Hmm.
instead of moving like a villain. And I feel
Yeah.
like it kind of peek into that, bro. It doesn't even matter if you don't give me the answers. Like, who cares? Like,
Hmm. Yeah. Because it's like you're saying, like he could do all those things whenever he wanted to, but he chose
yeah,
not to. So
exactly.
like we're starting to see those things develop because like I feel like his true nature was, you know, what we saw in Infinity War or Endgame, um when Thanos killed him, where it's like, yo, like he's willing to make that sacrifice, but nobody ever really gave him a chance. And now I feel like because of Mobius, he doesn't have to put on that, you know, face of like, I'm the god of mischief. Like I gotta be this guy. Like nah, he's just like continuously being himself until he get around Sylvie. When Sylvie's around, all bets are off.